All right, guys, welcome. Make sure everything looks good over here. How's everything sound? Does everything look okay? Make sure before we get into this, trying the new mic out, trying the Rode mic. So good morning. Yeah, QQ falls in Q, correct. CCL. Let me know if you guys hear everything all right. Good. All right. Cool. I don't know what happened yesterday. I didn't change a thing. I did not change a single thing. I don't know what happened. I guess this mic, I used the same mic for the Discord chat to live stream the trading, and it sounded fine. So interesting. So good morning, guys. Very nice bounce coming in this morning. Decent. I mean, it's not huge, but we are getting a little bit of relief here. Nasdaq up 0.5%, ES up about 0.6, and the Dow up about 0.7. So some good push higher. It was mostly probably due to yesterday's end of day rally, which we'll look at today. End of day yesterday, nice little push higher, closing strong, holding really nice levels yesterday, guys. So we went over a lot of levels, and almost all of them held. Amazon 35.15, the Roku 391 level held. The Tesla double bottom held. So really nice levels held yesterday. Very happy to see that. Very happy to see that support come in, especially on the Nasdaq. Basically held that very important level and is now trying to get above the 20-day moving average today. So some great holds, some great follow through yesterday after market opened. Turn volume up. Yeah, the decibels are a little low, so let me know if you guys can't hear. If it should be a little bit louder. I'm not sure how sensitive this mic is just yet. So some really nice holds there across the market. The Dow obviously got hurt more than the Nasdaq. That was clear. The Dow was almost down 1,000 points at one time yesterday, but was able to recover near end of day. We did have a few earnings come out yesterday too, which we can look at. I think really the only big one was IBM. IBM was the big one today. What do we have today? Today we got after hours. We got Netflix, United, and Chipotle. So after hours today, those are the ones to watch. Here they are right here. Here are the earnings contracts, or the earnings contracts, the earnings reports for after hours. Netflix, United, and Chipotle are the three that should be worth watching. IBM had earnings yesterday, and we'll look at that today. So let's go ahead and jump into the schedule. It's 8:05. Once again, welcome to everyone that's here on the stream. Thank you again for stopping by. Apologies for yesterday. A little bit of technical difficulties yesterday, but we are back and we are streaming. So futures. That is what we look at every day. We look at the futures. We look at the pre-market. We sort of analyze what we're thinking for the pre-market. I was very happy about the fall that we saw in the pre-market yesterday. I wanted to see that. I didn't want to see some fake pump to the upside in the pre-market yesterday, because we would have rolled right back over at market open. I would have rather what happened, a big red pre-market, and then we can sort of find support intraday and push higher. So I liked how yesterday went down. A little bit gives me a little bit of confidence that maybe we have support to the downside. Today is going to be the tell. If we just roll back over, break yesterday's lows, that is not good, guys. We do not want to break yesterday's lows. If we break yesterday's lows, it's not going to be looking good this week. If we can hold yesterday's lows throughout the end of the week, then maybe we get a little bit of bullish movement. But so we're going to look at the futures. We're going to look at Amazon, a perfect hold of our 35.15 level, perfect hold. Roku also held a perfect 391 level. So we're going to look at those two, Amazon and Roku. Two really nice bounces on the daily charts, 4-hour charts. And I want you guys to see it. Nvidia, waking up this morning to Nvidia. If you look at some websites, it'll say like it's down 78% or something like that, but it's not actually down 78%. It's a stock split. So we'll look at Nvidia and see what we can look at on that stock today, maybe what to expect. IBM earnings. IBM had earnings yesterday. They did great. IBM's moving higher in the after hours yesterday. I think it's holding up today. I haven't quite looked at it just yet, but I think it is holding up today as well. So IBM, one to watch. Nice double bottom on Tesla. We'll look at that. What can we expect? And then yesterday in the live stream, we talked about mRNA and Novavax, and those two were just unbelievable yesterday. I definitely missed out on some trades on those two. I don't usually trade biotechs, and that's sort of what caused me to not have full confidence in getting into those positions. And that's what killed me yesterday. That's what made me miss out on those huge moves. mRNA and Novavax, big moves yesterday off the Delta variant, scare that's going on. Not sure how long this lasts, this move higher. I think earnings are approaching on Moderna, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, we do have earnings coming up on Moderna. So in August. So I don't know, guys. I mean, we'll look at the charts, but this thing is moving up a little bit quicker than I would like for a biotech. And I think at one point or another, you're going to see it pull back. So that's our schedule. With that said, you can see down below, guys, we have a sponsor on the stream now. It's MSI. So big thank you to MSI. They sent over some really awesome stuff. The keyboard that I have, the mouse that I have, and the Trident X system has an Nvidia 2080. So a really strong system. Really enjoying it. I've been testing it out for trading, and also gonna plan on probably gaming with it too. So shout out to MSI. Thank you guys so much for being one of my first sponsors ever. And the only reason I took this sponsorship and took this little deal was because it's something that I think the people that watch my streams could enjoy. I have a lot of other crazy people reaching out to me, but MSI, good company, really cool products, and I felt like it sort of works with the trading community. So that's why I went ahead and did it. So thank you, MSI, for your support. So let's go ahead and you look tired? Yeah, I'm always tired in the morning. I mean, who isn't tired at 8 o'clock in the morning? When you go to bed, like I went to bed at what did I go to bed? 11:30, wake up at 8. It's enough sleep. I just look a little tired because I just, sort of wake up in the morning here. But that's all right. I'll survive. You got to work hard, man. You got to work hard. If you guys want to, if you want to get somewhere and do something with your life, you got to work hard. It's not going to be easy. You got to wake up early. You got to stay up late. You got to work, you got to do things. So if I look tired, it's because I'm working. I'm grinding. That's why. So let me get my sip of coffee. All right. Ready to go. So, Amazon. Oh, no. Sorry, not Amazon. Let's go to futures. Nasdaq. So, guys, daily chart on Nasdaq. Here it is. You guys can see big pullback last few days, and then trying to hold this 20-day moving average. So if we zoom in here, you guys will notice that we are trying to hold this. You can move in charting. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna see these comments real quick. I do include extended hours. Yes. Yeah, put in time while you're young, rest when you die. Yeah, only 74 likes. Good observation, Anthony. Great observation. There on 74 likes. Yes, you're starting to see a little bit of a swing to small caps. I do agree. I think yesterday you started to see that a little bit. I'm not. Yeah, I actually sort of noticed that myself. No, I don't use. You can use trigger brackets if you want. If you're used to it, you can set up like then you set up an instant stop and instant take profit. You could do it if you it's definitely possible. I think I like that better for like futures scalping. If you guys trade futures, I think almost all futures people that scalp futures use trigger brackets. So, all right. So let's go ahead and jump into this now that I would love to have some time to just read your comments, but we're always in such a rush. And maybe I need to cut down the schedule a little bit. So NASDAQ, guys, here it is. Last 3 days, pulled back to the 20-day moving average. We need to hold this. We need to try to break above this 20-day. We aren't quite above it. We're still slightly below. Today, the 20-day is around $14,624. So we need to get above 14,624. It's about 24 points to the upside from right now. I would want to see us reclaim that 20-day and push higher. Really, all that I care about to the downside, well, clearly we have this support. I don't want to see come down to this. I don't want to see the Nasdaq come down to 14,000. Yeah, that would be a nice little fall. That's about another 3.5-4% to the downside. I wouldn't love to see that. I'd rather see a nice little bounce here, get some nice upside momentum. But if we go to let's go to the 15. Yeah, let's go to the 5. So here's the 5-minute, guys, and here's the last 3 days. Little low. Let's see if that's any better. So here's the last 3 days. Maybe I'll just talk a little louder. Here's the last 3 days, and you can see yesterday. Look at the price action from yesterday. So very, very strong consolidation here on yesterday's price action. So if we zoom into just yesterday, look at how well this thing just held sideways almost all day. So this level here, this little area around 14,450, if we break below that today, there's going to be a little bit of trouble, because this looks like a very strong support that was built yesterday intraday. So we want to see this hold. We want to see this area hold, this $14,450 on the NQ. That is a must hold. If we can hold, then maybe we can make a little inverse head and shoulders maybe. But right now, we're pushing higher. End of day, nice little push higher off this support. Nice little hold in the pre-market. Now we just want to see if we can continue past some of these resistance levels from last week. But the important thing, the only thing that I would really be focusing on is making sure that we hold above this 14,450 this week, because if we do not, there could be some trouble. This is sort of coming in right around these previous structure points back from late June. So you have these lows right here, and you have a low right here. So a nice little hold here on the NQ, and then we can see it also is correlating to right now. So 14,450 must hold here on the NQ. If we do not hold that, we're going to do something like this, and we're going to roll right back over. Can that happen? It certainly can. It absolutely certainly can. So be careful of this rollover. Be careful if maybe this is just a little dead cat bounce on the daily or 4-hour time frame, and we roll right back over. That is totally possible. Do I want to see that happen? No, I really don't. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'll buy more shares of my RK that I've been loading up on. But I would rather see the push to the upside. Of course, I'd rather see my portfolio go up. And of course, I'd rather trade some strong tech stocks back to the upside. So that's what I'd rather see. But, anything can happen here. 14,450 must hold. Let's see what happens today, guys. That is what I am watching. So that's the Nasdaq. The Dow, we know the Dow hit a very nasty triple top right around here. Very big triple top on the Dow. Big level to watch. If we can't get back above that, not the best. But one thing I want to point out, like we talked about yesterday on the stream for the Dow, we talked about this the whole stream, is the 100-day moving average hold on the Dow. So look at how beautiful this little bounce is here on the Dow. So now we have to hold this 100-day. If we lose the 100-day, we're certainly going to be coming back to 33,000 on the Dow. So you have pullback, almost 900 points at the peak yesterday for the Dow. Very strong push off the 100-day moving average. And now we're slightly green here in the pre-market, about 0.6%, about 200 points. So a nice little push higher. Duke, it's a stock split. It's not actually down 75%. So nice pullback. 100-day moving average needs to hold, and that is what I want to see today. So 100-day moving average is right at 33,700. So if we put that on our charts, 33,700. Let's go down to the shorter term time frame, and you can see that if we're on the shorter term time frame, this 33,700, which is the level right here, that is literally right where we found support. So moving into today, if we go to the short-term time frames, this is just yesterday. This is just hold on, sorry. This is Friday, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's the last 3 days. So let me zoom in here for you guys, and what you'll notice. Let me delete that. We held perfect support here, right around this 33.7 level yesterday. Very nice consolidation, low of day, holding that level, pushing higher here in the pre-market. So all that I care about today is that we need to hold above the 33.7, or you can call it the 33.623 area down here. This needs to hold. We do not want to see this thing roll back over. If we do, I would not be too confident in any upside if we get that push over. So be careful. Nasdaq and Dow both have very crucial low of days from yesterday that need to hold the rest of the week. All right. So that is that for the Dow. ES, it's in the same exact boat. So if we go to the daily chart, you can see a beautiful 50-day moving average hold on the daily chart. So if we just really quickly recap this before we get into the ES, Nasdaq 20-day moving average, Dow 100-day moving average, and the ES the 50-day moving average. All three of those moving averages are holding on these indices. They need to hold if we want to continue to push higher. So ES 50-day, nice push down into the 50-day and a nice consolidation. There's a bug right here. Why is there a fly in my house? Sorry, guys. So a nice hold on the 50-day and a push higher here off this 42.40. We had this exact level mapped out yesterday on the ES, right? So if you came to the live stream, you know that we had this level here. I didn't just make this. This has been here for months. So right here, nice little ES 42.40 level. This bug's pissing me off now. Why is it on me? Why can't I go somewhere else? So 42.40, there it is. And that needs to hold here. 42.40 needs to hold. We're going to have a guest appearance on the stream, and it's a goddamn fly that won't leave me alone. So, yeah, he wants to join the Discord, the fly. 42.40. So that level is a must watch. If we go to the 1 hour, actually, you know what? Let's go to the 5 minute like we did with the other indices, and we can see same exact price action here on the ES. You can right there. Very nice little bottom here on the ES. A little bit of a triple bottom. Very strong consolidation. That needs to hold today. If we get a fail and a break of low of day from yesterday, that's absolutely not good. So, in summary, all of these indices still look good in my opinion. We have a nice pullback, and potentially we're having a fantastic buying opportunity. Here, let me give you a little bit of an example, right? So let's say today was May 12th. Let's say today was May 12th. And this is what the chart looks like. If you look over to the right, here's what the chart looks like, right? Just, you can't see anything past this right side, top right of your screen, guys. You know, what would you be saying in this situation? Are you going to be saying, hey, like, this is not looking good, time to sell everything, maybe, if you're that type of person? Or are you the person that says, hey, this might be a good buying opportunity, maybe I should try to maybe dollar cost average, maybe I can pick up some cheap contracts for a potential bounce, and look at what happens. And you go to all-time highs, and you push through it. So, you know, these are the times where people are at their most, you know, this is the times when people are nervous. These times like today. Today is the day where people are, you know, in the past, if you look back in the past, today is that point in a dip that people get nervous. They don't want a dollar cost average. I saw a meme yesterday where it's like, before the dip happens, everyone's talking about how they have so much money waiting for the dip to happen. They can't wait to buy it. And then while the dip is happening, they're too timid to actually buy it. So if you ever want to buy the dip, and you ever want to try to take advantage of these opportunities, you have to take small shots at these points in time back to the upside. So, you know, I'm one that continues to follow a trend until the trend shows me otherwise. I still am going to be bullish on this market. The trend is still clearly up. Obviously, there's a lot of external factors in the market that you're going to probably fight with me about, how inflation's high and, COVID's coming back and earnings are coming up. And there's so many bad things are coming around for the market. And of course, you can take those things into consideration, but the trend is up. I trade with the trend. That's all I care about. I don't really care about all this emotion trying to flood into your head about the market. I care about what the trend shows me, and the trend is clearly higher, and a dip like this, in my opinion, is looking like an opportunity to the upside. Until it shows me otherwise, for me, the point where I think it's going to show me otherwise is if we break yesterday's lows. If we break yesterday's lows on all the indices, then that's going to be a little bit different to me. Maybe it's a little bit more of an extended pullback. But if we do not break yesterday's lows, I think this thing bounces and I think we come back higher. So that's my feeling on the market. Take it or leave it. If you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's why it's okay to have opinions here for the market. It's okay to have different opinions, and if you can't accept others' opinions, then that is a personal problem, and it's something that you should definitely work on, because you need to be able to accept others' opinions, and you need to create your own hypothesis and work, sort of build your hypothesis off what other people are thinking. Sold everything and got out. Great. I'll see you in 5 years when the market's double where it is now. So anyways, that is the Nasdaq. That's the futures. That's my sort of rant for the morning about what I feel about the market. So let's go ahead and get into Amazon. So Amazon, 4-hour chart. Where did we hold? Very, very nice 35.15 hold here on Amazon. Really, all that I was watching was these previous levels right here at 35.15 in this area. It's not just one point. It's a nice little zone. And this is the zone that I want to watch. This is what makes market opinions. So pullback, 35.15 area. Nice little hold yesterday. And today we have Blue Origin sending... is that already happening? Let me see real quick. It looks like it's not happening quite yet. But yeah, guys, there's a Blue Origin is sending Jeff Bezos to space, I guess, today. I don't know. I have a little bit of a bad feeling about this. I don't know why. Hopefully he's okay. So we got 40 minutes to launch, 41 minutes to launch, which would be past right before market open, right? Yeah. So a little bit. So it's 9 a.m. Okay, 9 a.m. So 9 a.m. we got Blue Origin shooting Jeff Bezos, billionaire, into space. Hopefully nothing goes wrong, because if it does, maybe you see a reaction on Amazon stock potentially. But hopefully everything goes okay. But maybe I'm not sure. Does that affect Amazon stock today? Not sure. I thought maybe you'd see a bigger reaction in the pre-market because of it. But I would be interested to see. I mean, you are getting a nice little move higher. I am interested to see how. No, I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm not putting any bad juju on him. I'm just, it's a little scary. Sending people to space is not it's not something that I'm used to seeing. But yeah, I hope definitely. So Amazon, nice push higher yesterday, and a nice little push off this previous resistance here, a little break and retest. They have the Blue Origin going off today. Not sure how that affects the stock, but I do like if tech holds up, if Nasdaq continues higher like we were talking about, then I think Amazon is definitely one to benefit today. The reason I say that is because you found some really great support yesterday at this previous resistance turning into support. And if you look at the last few minutes of price action from yesterday, you can see a very strong push into close. He's not the CEO of Amazon anymore. He is now he's a board member. He stepped down as CEO. He's still part of the company. He still helps make decisions and stuff like that, but no longer the CEO of Amazon. So very nice reaction late day on Amazon, pushing off of this very strong consolidation. And you can see on Amazon, this looks just like the indices look, right? So a very strong hold here and a push higher close of day and a little bit higher in the pre-market. So I think Amazon is definitely one to watch today, guys. It has the Blue Origin catalyst potentially. If the Nasdaq is strong, we're also coming off great support here. So Amazon is probably going to be my first watch, honestly, to see if I can get any type of upside. Roku. Roku held an awesome level as well. So if we go to the daily chart, you guys know we were watching this level. Yeah, everyone, you guys should know about this the Nvidia stock split, guys. This is old news. I felt like everyone should. So stock split today, guys, on Nvidia. Here, I'll go to here. Look at the schedule. See the third one? Just make sure you know this. Nvidia stock split. That happened this morning. That is why you're seeing Nvidia down this morning, but it's not actually down. It's not actually down. It's just the stock split. So here is Roku. Very, very nice bounce off this previous resistance level. We were talking about this in the live stream. This was a level that I was watching. I like this bounce, and I'm definitely interested on playing any type of continuation that we may see here if the market can hold up. So if we go down into the 30-minute, here we can see very nice bounce yesterday off this level, basically straight from market open. Basically straight from market open. We got that news, or we got that push. So you can see right at open, we pushed out of this. Actually, a very nice little break and retest intraday, and a nice strong move higher, moving higher into the pre-market today. So Roku, another technical, very nice technical bounce yesterday off this 391. And the reason why I have that level there, you guys know, is because we have multiple times of previous support turning into resistance, and it's turning into support once again. So really clean here on Roku. Let's see if this thing can continue. Obviously, we're going to want to have the Nasdaq hold up today as well. If it does, Roku is another one that I would be watching. Nvidia, everyone's favorite topic today. Nvidia down 75%. Oh my God, what's going on? Why is Nvidia down 75%? So it looks like my charts have not quite adjusted to this stock split, unfortunately. I would have rather have seen like everything come down, but damn. So I can't really analyze this, guys, on a longer term time frame. All that we can really do is know that this is actually higher than where it closed yesterday, right? So if we bring out a calculator, yeah, Nvidia puts, you're not actually up if on Nvidia puts, right? So we're at 189 times 4, right? So we're at 750, no. Is it times 4? Is it 4 to 1, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. So we're at 756. Yesterday, where did we close yesterday? We closed yesterday around 7. Oh, okay, I can actually do it right now. Sorry, guys. So we're up about $2 per. We're up about $8 from yesterday's close, because yesterday's close was 187. You times that by 4, so yesterday's close was right around 748 per share, right? And right now we're up $2 a contract, $2 a share in the pre-market on Nvidia. Times that by 4, so you're up about $8 per share in the pre-market. So technically, guys, if you're in Nvidia, let's say you have some call options that you swung, or you have shares, they are up from yesterday right now in the pre-market. So you're actually up in the pre-market. I know it's hard to sort of tell because of what's going on here, but you are definitely up in the pre-market here this morning. If we go to the 1 minute chart, let's see if Thinkorswim even lets me look at this. I mean, Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. All right, here, maybe I can. Here we go. All right, so there's your scale out. But yeah, I mean, a little bit of consolidation here in the morning on Nvidia, not much. But Nvidia stock split. Very interested to see how this sort of maybe entices investors to maybe buy some. Maybe I think it's at least worth a watch. Maybe we can get a nice push. Maybe, even the Nasdaq strength should help it. If we stay strong on the Nasdaq, that by itself will help Nvidia, regardless of the stock split. So we'll see if the stock split brings volume. I'm sure it will bring volume. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this stock today. There should be a lot of traders looking at it. So let's watch Nvidia. Let's see where this thing pushes. Let's see how the momentum is, the price action is. when we open due to the stock split. So that is that's my it's not much, it's too hard to give you like a concrete answer on this. It's just going to be something that we have to sort of watch the price action on. So IBM, nice push higher in the after hours, very strong earnings. Let me see if I can pull up their earnings. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for 30K, guys. So that's we just hit 30,000 subscribers. All right, where's IBM? Can I get IBM's earnings here? Here we go. All right, IBM's earnings. So IBM shows strongest revenue growth in 3 years. That's good. Surpasses expectations on top and bottom line. Spent $1.7 million in acquisitions in the quarter. So 2.33 per share versus 2.29. So they beat EPS. They beat the top line. Bottom line. And then revenue 18.75 versus 18.29. So they beat top line revenue and bottom line EPS. So that's good. That's good for IBM. Looks like the market is, you guys can read this, of course, if you want. I'm not going to read through the whole thing with you. But you guys can take a look. That's just on CNBC. Let me go ahead and put this back down here. And you can see nice reaction on the stock. The expected move, I believe, was about $5, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. I don't know if it's still going to show me here. Does anyone know what the expected move was? Yeah, 5.4. So 5.4, we're almost past the expected move. So I'm not too sure. It's very borderline actually. So 137.92 plus 5. It's right around 143s. This is going to be a close one. I mean, this is almost up to that expected move. It's sort of rejected right at the expected move, which is what sometimes you'll see this quite a bit. They'll start to sell off the move if it's getting close to where it will beat expectations on the move. So as you guys know, expected move, IV crush. Make sure you know these things coming into earnings, because if you do not, you can get really screwed. You'll buy calls, the stock will go up, and you'll still won't make any money. So, for example, if say IBM went to 140, and you thought you're gonna make money here on this call option if you bought them yesterday, unfortunately, if it only went to 140, like if it falls down at market open, like right now it's starting to fall. If this thing falls down to the 141s, 142s, unfortunately, you're not going to make money on call options because this move was already expected. It was already priced into the contracts that you bought. Let's say you buy a contract for $3 a contract. Part of the money that you're paying is already implying a move, and that is called implied volatility. That's why it's called implied volatility. It makes sense. It's what it's saying there. It makes sense. It's implied to be volatile. It's implied to move higher or lower, and that is already priced into the contract. And that's why if it does not beat the expected move, you do not make money on call options or put options to the downside. So make sure you know that. You need to know that if you are trading options, especially around earnings. So IBM, nice push higher. Don't just watch this for some continuation today. If we go to the 4-hour chart, you'll see that it is sort of coming off a pretty nasty fall here. Pre-earnings, coming back higher, pushing into some pretty big resistance up here. So I'm not too sure. If you're confused about Nvidia, you're not putting any time into the market. Yeah. I guess I sort of agree with you there, FPS Johnny. If you didn't know about Nvidia, then those are the type of market news that you have to be up to date on if you're going to be sort of going with the market, sort of trading. It doesn't affect it as it doesn't affect as much the deep in the monies, but it definitely still sort of affects the IV is not as high on those, right? So it definitely still affects, but not as much as those deep out of the monies or even close to the money contracts. So you'll see if you go to the options chain today in IBM, take a look at how much the contracts are up. See if they're not even up. See if the call options are even up this morning. I don't know if they will be. The 20, I'm using the 20-day moving average. It's just something that I think is important to look at. It's just it's an important indicator. It's a short-term trend indicator. It's short-term trend line. So IBM pushing up on earnings, but also finding some really tough resistance where this previous support was right here. See the support, and you're finding resistance right there. So this could be a little weak at open. So let's be careful. Either way, let's watch that for continuation on IBM. Tesla. So, you guys know we were watching this uptrend, right? We were watching this uptrend right here on Tesla. Unfortunately, we did break it. We did break it on the fall yesterday in pre-market. We broke through that level. We fell below the trend line. You guys can see it right here. I'll zoom in a little bit closer. Let me go to the 4 hour. Let me delete. Yeah, I think I saw that the 10 year is falling. Let me go to TNX. Yeah, 10 year is moving down. You know what's funny is I'm interested to see how the market reacts to that, because about 6 months or 3 months ago, when the 10 year was going down, everyone was it was good for stocks, because every time the 10 year went up, the tech stocks sold off, right? And when the 10 year went down, tech stocks had a good reaction. Now, a few weeks ago, like last week, we had news that saying the 10 year was dropping and it was affecting tech stocks. So it was the complete backwards of what was going on almost 2 months ago. It's now I don't even try to guess what's going to happen if the 10 year is moving lower. I just wait to see the reaction. So 10 years moving down today. If it was 2 months ago, the stocks would be going up. Nasdaq would be going up. You guys remember this? All indices have been falling the last 10 minutes. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if you remember this, but a few months ago, it was all about the 10 year. Everyone was focused on the 10 year. The 10 year was rising, and the tech stocks were taking a hit because of it. Now the 10 year falls and tech stocks take a hit also. So it's very interesting. So it's worth watching to see how the market reacts to that 10 year. So Tesla, 620. This level right here at 620. TLT going up, yeah. TLT is the Colts trade. Josh answers. TLT. So 1, 2, 3, 4, a little bit of support here at 620. Very nice. A little double bottom on Tesla, and we're actually starting to reclaim that uptrend. So you guys can see uptrend here on the 4 hour, and it looks like we are reclaiming that 4 hour right here on Tesla. So can we hold above this uptrend if we retest the downside? So if we retest the downside of this trend line, can we hold it? That is what I'm going to be watching today, guys. Not really too interested in seeing, I'm obviously going to look to see if Tesla can find some price action, find some strength. But, I'm going to be a little bit conservative on Tesla, because this area up here is probably going to be a little bit difficult. We are back into this choppy area. We're back into the 660s, 670s, 680s, some really tough levels for Tesla. So I'm going to watch it, see if we can get a nice push this morning. But we're back above the trend line. That's important. We held this double bottom on Tesla around 620. That's very important. So overall, I'm happy about the rebound that we saw. In the pre-market, you can see this was yesterday. Nice little push off yesterday's lows around 621. Let me delete that. That's a little bit big. So 621, nice push, really strong day. Moved up with NEO as well, and a nice hold in the pre-market today. So Tesla's worth watching. Nice push off of the double bottom at 621 right here. Tesla earnings are on the 26th of June, so next week. Is that next Monday? What day is that? That is next Monday, yep. So next Monday, you have Tesla earnings. That's going to be interesting. So let's see. That could be the catalyst to push us past 700. You never know. So that's Tesla, double bottom. That's what I'd be watching. And then finally, you know what? I'm not going to get into mRNA and Novavax. We're going to get into some of the stuff that you guys want to see. So mRNA, all you have to know is that this thing is on an absolute moon, what do you call it? Moon mission. So big push higher on mRNA. The last 4 days have been straight up. Really upset I didn't catch any of this. I have to be honest with you. But Yesterday, huge move higher, just consistently grinded higher all day. Looks like we are holding up in the pre-market. A little bit of an uptrend now that I see it right there. But we're sort of breaking it this morning, but I wouldn't be too concerned. I can't give you an idea of where I think this goes. This is a really insane move to the upside. I at some point would expect a pullback. Like right here, you can see a 20-day pullback, a 20-day pullback. Last 2 times, see this 1, 2. So maybe we need to pull back to the 20-day here on mRNA, because the last 2 times we got this nice push off the 20-day 1 and 2. Maybe we need that again. That's mRNA. Novavax was another crazy one yesterday. But Novavax is, the daily chart doesn't look as good to me. Because if you looked at the daily chart on Novavax, you can see that this thing is coming into some really strong resistance here. So you have these tops right here on Novavax around 220 that it has not had much luck getting through. If it gets through 220, then you have an even stronger resistance above around 240 right in this area. So definitely some pretty crucial levels above on Novavax. Be careful of 220. Be careful of 240. Either way, yesterday was just a rally, just straight up. And we were calling this out in the pre-market yesterday. So congratulations if anyone took that. But right now, just watch this little double top at 220, 1 and 2. And if we can't break that, then I'd expect a little bit of slippage here. So that's what I have. That is what I have for my schedule. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, and make sure to press that like button. I mean, we have 627. We should be at least 300 likes, at least 50%, and that's not even asking for much. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. We're going to now get into some of the stuff that you guys want to look at. Real quick speed round. I have NIO, Carnival, and Boeing. That's what I have so far. I just saw Peloton pop up. Sorry if I missed anyone. But let me see if the members said anything. As you guys know, if you want to become a member of the channel, you get, if you want to come here every day and just recommend the stock, you're always going to get first in line if you are becoming a member of the channel. So that is sort of the perk for becoming, supporting the live streams. All right. See that now. I'm the type of person that does not like people, don't spam the chat. And because of that, I can't do that. Don't spam the chat with tickers, guys. That's just childish. Don't spam the chat with tickers. If you don't like what I just said, just leave. I don't like that. So we're not going to go to Zoom. Maybe next one. Don't spam the chat with tickers, guys. Do it once. If I don't get to it, so be it. We're looking at Boeing. All right, that's what we're looking at. NIO, Carnival, Boeing, Peloton, and Snap. All right. NIO. Sorry. It's all right. Pranav, but that's just that's too much, man. It's not necessary. So NIO, I was watching yesterday this level here around okay. I'll go to Zoom, don't worry. I'll do Zoom. So nice little hold here around 41 on NIO yesterday. We've been watching this level. So 1, 2 right here. We had 2 little resistance points, and then it found support here. It found support. No, you don't have to block them. It's just saying. Don't spam the chat, please. No, don't block them. Don't block them. Don't block them. So nice little push off. This previous support. You can see pushing back down. Previous resistance turning to support here on NIO. I really like that. Yesterday we also had some really nice strength on EV. You can see we saw some nice strength on some of the ChargePoint, Blink. So this 41 area right here, very nice push off of it yesterday, and we are pushing higher in the morning here on NIO. So it is a nice little continuation here. So 44 is going to be the key level in my opinion. I think 44 has some pretty hard psychological resistance right around this 44. And we're having a little bit of trouble getting through it here in the morning. So watch 44 here on NEO. But either way, you definitely have some resistance points to be aware of. So around here at 44.36, you have the 44.65s. So you definitely have some resistance above. But if you look at the long-term trend, definitely a nice little bounce here off this previous resistance. Can this continue? That is what I would be watching for. Either way, a nice bounce. Look to see if there's any continuation there. CCL. So cruise lines, you guys know, are under some pressure. Slightly higher this morning, but I don't know if I would be looking for any upside on the cruise lines today or this week. I would be a little bit careful. Carnival trying to recover a little bit. Only 30 cents in the pre-market today. Maybe watch these previous levels right here. You can see we had a previous resistance turn into support right here. So maybe you watch down at the 18s, the 19s as potential support. But just be careful with the cruise lines, guys. They're very sensitive to this COVID stuff that's going on. All this news coming out about the Delta variant. So be careful on the cruise lines. They're very, very fragile to that news. All right, so Boeing. We know it broke the big uptrend. We know it cracked below that. The only thing that I want to show you on Boeing is the intense hold of 205 yesterday. Very strong. So here's 204.80, 205 yesterday, and it just did not want to break through. I was actually trying to see if I can get some put options on a break below, but it just never showed me the break below. It never showed me that it was getting weak at this level. It just continued to bounce. One after another, just continue to bounce here at 204.80, around 205 per share. And you can see pre-market, we are pushing higher. So this is sort of like an index, I do not want to see us break yesterday's lows. If we break yesterday's lows on Boeing below 205, you're definitely in for a world of pain here, because below that, I don't think you really have much support until maybe the 193s right at these previous lows. So be careful. Big fall, falling knife. I don't know if I would be a buyer here just yet of Boeing because of the way this chart looks. There's nothing on this chart that makes me say, hey, let me go ahead and buy it. I would like to wait at least one green candle, maybe 2 consecutive green candles pushing back higher. Maybe then you can try to trade it maybe to the upside for a swing. But right now, just don't catch a falling knife in my opinion. Nvidia selling off. Oh, yeah, it is selling off. Shit. 185. It's down below yesterday's levels now. That's interesting. Let's see if I can even get that on the 1 minute. Yeah, look at that. It's selling off a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So there's Nvidia, guys, in the pre-market, selling off a little bit. Now it's below yesterday's close. Interesting. All right, Peloton. Yeah, I know it went through the split, but it also is selling off this morning from those levels. So Peloton, nice little hold here at these previous highs, 1, 2. I'm sort of adjusting this because it looks like it could be a little bit lower. So 1, 2, previous resistance, turning it into support here on Peloton. Very, very nice. Also, right around the 50-day and 100-day moving average. So you have nice little confluence with the moving averages and the previous resistance levels here. So very, very nice on Peloton. Now, what I'd be watching today on Peloton, if you are bullish, just watch these previous levels around 123, 124, even up to around 125. That looks like it could be some pretty tough resistance because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 times we hit this 123 to 125 area and found some pretty nasty rejection. So watch this area today. Watch these levels. If we even push up to them, that's what I would be aware of. Blue Origin about to launch, yeah. So I'm gonna do Zoom, Snap and Zoom real quick, and we're gonna jump out of here. Snap. Not really interested in a trade here. You're sort of inside of this consolidation. You definitely know that it found really tough resistance up here at 70. Really big resistance. 1 and 2. Buying Snap in this choppiness in between these two ranges is a little bit difficult. You never know whether it's going to want to try to come back to here or if you're ready for a new push. especially with what's going on in the market. Maybe you just keep it short term. You have a nice recovery yesterday, but I really don't see why it recovered yesterday, right? So if we go to the daily chart, there's nothing at this level. Maybe this right here. Maybe these highs. But where it's recovering right now, you also have this right here, those lows. So there's some levels here around 57, 58, but this isn't like it's bouncing off of like this really strong support down here, right? This is just sort of bouncing in the middle of a consolidation zone. That's not as strong in my opinion, just me personally, when I look at technicals. I would much rather be buying it down here, right? Down at this previous support that I know is very strong. So that's Snap. Let me really quickly get into Zoom, and let's get out of here, guys. So Zoom, you did break the uptrend, but you did break the downtrend, but you also just broke this uptrend, and you could not break above this really strong $400 resistance where I had this red line. Looks like we were falling back under it. So until you see some type of hold here on Zoom, maybe it's at the 50-day, maybe it's at the 100-day. Until you see some type of support here on Zoom, maybe it gets a little bit of move because of the Delta variant. I don't know if I would really be playing it on that news solely. They also probably sold. Did they sell off yesterday a little bit? They sold off a little bit yesterday because of their news with what is it, Cloud9? I don't know what is it called, Cloud9? 5.9, Cloud9. So 5.9 move lower because of them buying it. It's usually the stocks that purchase the companies that go down. So sort of falling yesterday, trying to recover today. But on the daily chart, you broke this uptrend, and I would not be too confident in Zoom until I see a push through this resistance here. So Snap earnings, Snap earnings are this week. Sorry I didn't get to that. I'm sort of trying to go through these quick. So we'll look at Snap again this week because we have earnings. But today, once again, guys, just to recap, Netflix, United, and Chipotle all have earnings today. So let's make sure to keep an eye on that. That's gonna be it. I'm pushing these live streams way too far. I'm on Cloud9, baby. So Ryan, thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the chat. Really helpful. Awesome. But thank you guys again. That's all right. Don't worry about it. I got a little bit upset, but it's okay. Just don't spam the chat, guys, unless it's unless it's something important, like Amazon's at $10,000 a share, something like that. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. McDonald's, we'll get to it tomorrow. It's too late, man. We gotta get out of here. I got other things to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed everything. If you did, make sure to press that like button for me. Make sure to continue to come to the streams. We do this every single day, every single Monday through Friday, as long as the market is open until 8 to who knows what time now. It's 8:54. It's supposed to be at 8:45. It was originally supposed to be 8:30, but this is just getting a little bit, we got a lot of stuff to look at, and I'm trying my best to get you guys prepared. So hopefully, if you're watching here and you're not subscribed, why not just subscribe to the channel? It would really mean a lot. It would really help. It would really help the channel if you could just subscribe, press the like button. It's all free. I do this all for free. And, if you want, you can join the Discord chat. That is a paid Discord chat, but, I'm here all day. So it's not like, it's not like you're getting nothing. It's a very, very nice community. A lot of good people in there. I mean, I couldn't trade without them. So really awesome. Feel free to check that out. And with that said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Peace out, guys.